Hey guys, Alex here, otherwise known as Clash with Still, and today we are going to be jumping in and taking a look at some of these Blizzard Dragon attacks. It's been absolutely destroying bases in the meta right now. There are so many different strategies out there, but I think Blizzard Dragons is potentially one of the strongest, depending on the base you hit. But if you find the right base, I definitely think this strategy is worth taking a look at. So today we're going to be taking a look at 3 different replays. So without any further ado, let's jump in and check them out. Alright, so the first one we're going to be jumping in here and checking out comes in via Snacksy from Brian Fan Club. This was during CWL, and you can see he's going to be starting off here by bringing in this Blizzard from the right hand side. Now, a lot of the time you might see a Lava Hound coming in to tank for the these Super Wizards, or the Blimp, sorry, coming in behind, but Snacksy realised here he didn't really need a Lava Hound. He could drop down a couple of loons and that would do the same tanking job. Unfortunately there you can see that invisibility spell slightly off, but the important thing here is trying to get maximum value from your Blizzard, taking a little bit of time just to try and make sure you place it correctly and get it into the base and drop it down exactly where you want it. I tend to go invisibility spell, then rage spell, or you can rage before you drop the blimp and then grab your invisibility spell. You'll find it's total personal preference. There's people tend to do it a load of different ways, but find what works for you with clicking where you guys want. But you can see Snacksy now going to be coming in with his Sui. This is going to be actually working his way in here and grabbing the Town Hall. The King actually loops all the way up and to the top section of the base now, cleaning up some of that trash. The Queen hopefully should be able to step up, which is exactly what she does, and she is going to pop her ability to grab that Town Hall. So it's actually a really nice start to this attack. You can see he's created a really nice funnel, completely wiping out the entire left hand side of the base. Going to throw that Seeking Shield ability, grab a couple more of these structures, but the funnel so far is looking very strong for Snacksy. The Dragons actually don't have too much to do. I'm going to just let that RC fizzle out there, maybe grab a couple more defenses on the back end, but it's a really nice start to this attack. Going to now be bringing in a baby dragon just to help clean up that funnel, and then we're going to be pushing our dragons right up through from the bottom right hand section of the base. It looks like we are going to be finishing up with that single target Inferno and scatter shot up there on the top left, but we're going to be freezing everything up nice and quickly. Unfortunately did just miss that Grand Warden statue, which can do quite a bit of damage, but here we have that Grand Warden ability of our own. That's going to be used to take us through that scatter shot, which can be pretty lethal, especially against large groups of dragons that have bunched themselves up together. But you can see Snacksy gets so much value here from his dragons, even with 3 of them pushing onto the outside of the base. We've got plenty left up here on the back end, freezing up the single, the air defense, and a couple other buildings, swagging down that poison spell on the back end. Would be nice if that was a free spell, but obviously didn't really need it for those clan castle troops. And on the back end he's just got a crazy amount of dragons left up. He crushes this base. The Sui got some really nice value, but that was only really possible because the Blizzard took out a good chunk of the base at the start, and he probably could have got even more with that Blizzard, but unfortunately that last invisibility spell was a little bit off. But you guys can see from this attack just how strong the Blizzard Dragon attack strategy can be at Town Hall 13 as long as you execute it correctly. So we've got 2 more examples of this attack strategy coming up, which we will jump into as soon as this one finishes. There is that triple coming in from Snacksy. GG's to him. Let's jump out and check out the next one. Alright, so the next one we're going to be checking out here comes in via Hertha, another OP Brian Fan Club member who recently went 15 for 15 in League Wars, so big shout out to him, the absolute legend that he is. Going to be coming in here with a slight different variation of this strategy. Again, just going to be bringing in those balloons to tank for the blimp. We don't actually want it to pass too far into the base here. Going to be dropping it down nice and early, throws down that invisibility spell, then the rage spell coming in straight after, and they are going to be able to get some really nice value here. Actually does have a couple of those clan castle troops that he is going to be trying to deal with, dropping down another of those invisibility spells. It looks like they are unfortunately not going to be able to grab the Eagle Artillery for us, but they do take down the majority of those clan castle troops, which is always going to be of big benefit to when you're bringing in your Sui portion of the attack. So the Blizzard here, of course you want to get maximum value from it, but it's also really vital to try and just help create that funnel to push these dragons right onto the inside of the base. We've actually got an E-Drag that's going to be coming in from that left hand side just to help funnel those heroes up to the base so they don't swing down and around. So that E-Drag helping with the king and queen push their way up and around this left-hand side of the base, which is going to really help keep these dragons nice and clumped together. Again, we're going to probably save our Grand Warden ability until that Town Hall activates, or we get a scatter shot hitting on it. Unfortunately, maybe save that ability slightly too late. That scatter shot in the middle does end up doing quite a significant amount of damage to those dragons that are pushing their way through into the middle of the base. But we do still have this E-Dragon up on that top section doing a really good chunk of damage, and Hertha definitely picked out a weakness on this base. The king and the queen and the E-Drag combination actually were able to tear up this left-hand side without really taking any damage at all. Looks like the two kings over there swinging with the stars above their heads. They both kind of traded one for the other. Hertha here doesn't have too many dragons left up on the back end, but he still hasn't even put his RC in yet. So she will be coming in, it looks like, from this bottom section of the base. You can see her just appearing on that screen. We do have a free spell to help us through the back end of this one as well. E-Drag going to get a nice chain shot up there, helping take down the enemy RC. We can freeze up this single target Inferno. Down goes that free spell right there. Our RC unfortunately does end up going down on this bottom section of the base, but we do still have that queen ability to drop, and this base ends up being crushed by this Blizzard Dragon strategy. So as I said, the most important thing about this strategy is finding the value for your Blizzard and making sure they do not die out and they take down a good chunk of the base to help create that funnel. So we've just got time for one more. Let's jump in and check it out. Alright, so for our last one, we do have a slight variation on the Blizzard Dragon strategy here. You can see we only have 5 dragons actually coming through on this one. We've got 2 of those E-Drags, and we do have a Lava Hound out in front. Now, Vex, I'm just going to call him, not too sure on how to actually pronounce that. Going to be using a Lava Hound here, and that is because we want to push this blimp really, really far into the base, and we needed something to tank for it, so it was able to grab these structures in the middle of the base. So, Vex, really smart here, going to be dropping down those invisibility spells one after the other, going to be able to get some really, really nice value from this Blizzard. You can see throwing it all the way through, going to be able to chain now onto that scatter shot. Don't think they're going to quite be able to, unfortunately, grab that single target Inferno, but that's really not going to cause them too many issues on this attack. We do have an Ice Golem, which is going to be brought in as well to just help our king and our queen push their way into the base. Going to be super wall breaking, open that top kind of V shape. That is going to allow our Ice Golem to go in, and then the king and queen are going to follow in behind. And if you guys have not already noticed, yep, those heroes are 65, 65, 42, and 15. So this is a really, really new Town Hall 13 coming in with very, very low heroes. Town Hall 12 heroes almost. And they end up smashing a max Town Hall 13. So this shows just how strong this strategy can be. The king and the queen with that Ice Golem that was out in front at the start are going to be tanking all the way around this left-hand side of the base, really creating a very, very nice funnel for this attack. Brings in a super wall breaker, not really needed to get into any further sections, but he had it just to drop in case. Bringing in these dragons now from the right hand side of the base. We bring in an E-Drag on the right hand side, an E-Drag kind of swinging on the left hand side. That's going to kind of chain down and keep these dragons and balloons nice and clumped together. Of course, we've already dealt with so many of these key defenses in the middle of the base with that Blizzard at the start, so this attack already looking incredibly strong from Vex. Going to freeze up the enemy RC as well as the Scatter Shot. Now going to pop that Grand Warden ability. That is going to help us get through the back end where we do come across that Tesla farm. Raging up right there again. Single target Inferno looking a little bit menacing here on the back end. Going to throw that Seeking Shield ability right there. That's going to take down a couple more defenses. That single target Inferno in the middle of the base is starting to melt through our troops. Unfortunately, we'll be able to take down our RC, I believe, as well, but not before she gets off 3 shots onto it. We've got 2 E-Drags, 2 Dragons, our Grand Warden, our Queen just about to go down as well. But there is just enough to get through the back end of this one. And you guys need to remember how low those heroes were. And yeah, this base gets absolutely crushed by Vex. GG's to them on this attack. It certainly was not an easy hit, but very, very well executed. And that is a triple on the board right there using Blizzard Dragons. Alright, so that is all we've got time for in this video today. Fingers crossed you guys did enjoy this. Hopefully you learned a little bit more about how you guys can use Blizzard Dragons. It is incredibly, incredibly strong. What I would suggest you guys do is go out and practice those Blizzards. Get a couple of friends together. Keep putting up FCs and just Blizzard, 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 Blizzard. Because the spell timing and placement on those is absolutely vital. Making sure those super wizards don't die out too early. Once you get that down, then you can start experimenting with different strategies. Dragons is one of my personal favorites. It's really, really strong, as you saw in this video today, but there is plenty of other options out there as well that you guys can use, some of which will be coming to my channel relatively soon. So If you guys are interested in that, feel free to drop a sub. Daily content coming out right now. If you guys are interested, like I said, feel free to subscribe, like this video. Let me know down in the comments if you've tried out this strategy, or if you haven't yet, are you going to? And yeah, I will catch you guys in the next video, whenever that's going to be. Peace.